Thank you. The next honoree is Janie Flores. Yay!
And you know, anytime that I'm given an opportunity to share a little bit, I certainly take it. And I was at a CALSA event just last week, and one of the things that came up was from the speaker, who happens to be the superintendent in Sacramento. He said, how is it that we can raise our children, our middle-income children, to have the values of low-income children or families? How is it that we can do that? And I was thinking about pioneers, and of course, my parents come to mind there. But before I go there, I'd like to share that this is my godchild and niece, Yareli, my brothers, Emilio and Paul, my sister-in-laws, Luz and Chris, and then my husband, Junior Flores. And so going back to Rich Grove, that's where your roots are. And I'm so grateful to my parents that came from Mexico to Texas to California, and then ultimately ended up in Rich Grove, and that was 61 years ago. I think that qualifies to be a pioneer. And I'm most grateful because they did instill the strong value of faith, of family unity, and hard work ethics. And that, my friends, is probably why we're here, you know, because that is who we are. And I've had such great opportunities. You know, I went to Delano High School. I worked at the Rich Grove Community Organization. Who here is from Rich Grove? Yeah. Well, that's how I was able to continue to go to school, working for 2 hours a day. And I thank Mr. Luis Conde for offering me that position that allowed me to continue. I went to CSUB. I was a cheerleader. And I also was in the Mini Corps program. How many of you were in Mini Corps? Some of you? Yep, you bet. And my first job, McFarland, that's my first job. You could certainly end there. It's a wonderful place. And of course, then I married, and McFarland Elementary became a unified school district because of the parents. I would drive parents to the State of California School Board meetings, and they would testify in favor of unification. And then what happens? McFarland USA. How many of you have seen that movie, huh? We have many successes there in McFarland because the parents, you know, were involved, and unification totally made the difference. After McFarland, worked in Fresno County, then back to Bakersfield. I've been a tutor, a teacher, program coordinator, high school vice principal, middle school principal, and then presently I serve, Armida said that it's migrant education, and it is, and I'm proud, and it's a regional director. So where I started with 3 schools in McFarland, I have over 40 schools in Bakersfield. And so, you know, it continues to be that passion and that opportunity to help, you know, others be the best that they could possibly be. It's been a great journey. And today, I'd like to also say thank you for being part of these amazing young women that you have selected, that the group has selected to honor. And I've had, you know, that's been an amazing accomplishment, you know, but I think that my children are what makes the best, you know. I have, we have a daughter that is a graduate of UCLA and Harvard. She is the United States Executive Director for Social Justice Programs. We have a son who is a doctor of veterinary medicine and owns 2 hospitals. And this is what we say when we're pioneers, and the reason we come here. And of course, all of this is possible because of my husband, because I was never around. I thought life was the best right there. But then I got 2 grandbaby boys, and that's where it is. We have El Pequeño Rowan Emilio, and we have El Güerito, Benjamin Christopher. And yeah, I think right now what we have the opportunity, and I would venture to say all of us, we are the dreams of our parents, our pioneer parents, realized. Some of you grandparents, okay? Because I knew your grandparents. And that's a wonderful place to be. And so I'd like to thank you. Thank you for this wonderful recognition.
The next honoree is Rosalina Chavez Rivera.
I found out from Rosalina that the reason she wears red lipstick the way she does, she learned that from my mother. And I've never forgot that. Thank you, because I do the same.
I'm going to start wearing red too.
And that is true, I did learn that from your mother. I too would like to thank the Mexican American organization, our pioneers, for this award. Thank you very much. It was a surprise, but I am very happy. Thank you. I serve as superintendent of the Delano Union School District, and I love my job. And I would like to thank our parents, our community, our students, for allowing me the opportunity to be the superintendent. There's so many people that I'd like to thank. My journey as superintendent and as an educator has not been easy, but I've received a lot of support. At the district, I received support from Sandra and April, my two wonderful colleagues, our board member, and Arnie as well at the high school district, but Suzanne Villaruz, she's been a very, very supportive board member. Thank you so much. I have here tonight, I have my brother Toño and my sister Mari. Thank you so much. My friend Celia, thank you for being here. My son-in-law, and Kevin, I didn't forget your name. And also, I have my two beautiful daughters that have been very, very kind and patient throughout my career. Alexa and Divina, thank you so much. I love you very much. And then my loving husband, Armida Rivera, Boom, as everybody knows, and Boomer, the greatest Dodger fan, Boomer. Throughout my journey as an educator, he has supported me extensively and has been very patient throughout my career. I would have not been able to do what I do without him, so I want to thank you for that. And again, to the organization, thank you very much for this award, and thank you for allowing me to be part of this great group of lovely ladies and being honored tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our last honoree is Alice Oros Carrillo.
Thank you, Sister President. But you didn't say,
It wasn't me
you
who
missed,
selected you.
I know it, but you didn't say one thing, that I'm your better half. I'm richer, I'm more successful, I'm prettier, I got better friends. Anyway, and I lied. Yes, I lied. I want to thank my children. Please stand up. My family, stand up. Because right now we're going through a long journey. I just lost my husband 2 weeks ago. I told myself I wasn't going to cry, but it's normal, okay? I want to thank my children because they're with me through this long journey that we have to go through. I want to thank all my friends that have been with me, that have been supportive to me. Please stand up so we can, clap for you. Josie Gallardo, Linda Camargo, Margaret Martinez, Minnie Juarez, Sarah Marquez, Chavez, Helen and Bob. They've been for me there, and I want to thank you all for doing that. I want to say that the Latina woman that works in the fields, she's bending down to pick cauliflower, broccoli, all the other vegetables, you know, that you bend down on all day long, and then they go home and they continue with their families. And they work 10 to 12 hours a day. Then they go home and they help their children with their homework. So, and sometimes they work 7 days a week. So they're the most abused women in the workforce. And I will fight for them till the end, for civil rights for women and for the children around the world. Thank you.
My sister Alice is an author. She has authored about 4 books. One of them, you will see her and I together in the front of the book, and we're picking apricots somewhere in Santa Rosa. It's a beautiful book. It's called One Latina Woman Breaking the Barrier. There's poems about me and her when we worked out in the field. It's a beautiful book. If you ever get the chance, she was gonna go ahead and have these books available for sale, but they didn't get here on time. But check out the internet, it's there. Beautiful book. Thank you, ladies. We are so proud of you. Do not get up yet, because I have the last few words. I got a little saying here from Maya Angelou. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing, and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. Maya Angelou. And I'm so proud of you ladies, because all of you have been part of my life. My sister, Janie Flores, she was my mini-corps manager at one time at Cal State Bakersfield, and roommate at Cal State, when we were attending Cal State Bakersfield, she was my roommate. Sandra was a student at Richgrove School when I taught there. And let me tell you ladies, it wasn't my decision, it was the decision of the Mexican-American pioneers that you're here. But I'm boasting about it because I love you all dearly. Liz Gallegos went to school with me. She graduated from Delano High, like I did, and we're old school classmates. Rosalina Chavez, we worked together in summer migrant education. I was your boss. Do you remember that? Anyway, thank you ladies, and I love you all. And let's enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for the families that attended. Thank you for everyone who attended. And we'll see you next year. However, we're gonna continue because the pastor's coming up next.